buying gold on a small budget? It's a question that every investor has asked themselves when considering the start of their journey regarding buying gold bullion for their portfolio. But the real question lies, is it really worth buying on a budget? Whether you're financially able to buy more, or maybe you're just wanting to buy more smaller, incremental, maybe fractional gold. Is it worth it, or should you buy bigger bullion pieces? Well, watch this episode till the end and you will find out some tips, tricks, and some facts and data to help you make a much more informed decision. Okay, so I'm going to get straight to the point because I do not want to waste your time. My name's Future Investments. I'm a content creator here and I absolutely love talking about investments, especially investments that I'm more skilled in because I've spent the last 4 to 5 years actually investing in them. So I'm going to start off by saying I honestly believe it's better to have some gold rather than no gold. And I am a big believer in that. Another saying I really enjoy using to help me stay motivated is the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is today. And I honestly believe that is so true. I often have so many people coming up to me in my personal life who do know about my investments. And they ask, what gold should I buy? Should I buy this 1 gram gold bar or a 1/10 ounce gold coin or a 1/4 ounce gold Britannia? They honestly have no idea. And I totally understand that because I was in that very same position when I started my own journey. So I'm going to do a little breakdown of some of the prices between a 1 ounce Britannia, a 1/4 ounce Britannia, and a 1/10 ounce Britannia. So then we can start looking at some of the figures, breaking down the yields over the last 20 years, and we can talk about the average savings across the UK and the US, and it will give you a much better idea of maybe what's more suitable for you, whether that's buying fractional gold bullion or maybe larger pieces like 1 ounce and bigger. Okay, so starting off, how much would a 1 ounce gold Britannia set you back? Well, 1 ounce gold Britannia is a very substantial piece, and it's a real achievement if you've got that in your investment portfolio. The figure you'll be looking at is around £1,592, but that's taking at a price point of a relatively low price for gold at the moment. Realistically, you're looking at more around the £1,600 mark for a 1 ounce gold Britannia or a pretty generic 1 ounce gold bullion piece. So a 1 ounce gold coin is fair to say no pocket change. £1,500, £1,600 for someone to dump that amount into an asset like gold is a scary thought. It took me a very long time to consider even doing it myself, and I can totally understand why. To invest such a large amount of money into something what seems so small is quite scary. It seems like a very peculiar thing to do, especially when you're not taught about it in schools, and especially when it's a very traditional investment that isn't talked about widely in the media. Owning a 1 ounce gold Britannia is probably one of the best things you can have in your portfolio. You're getting the best price for value when it comes to buying that gold bullion. You're getting a really good price. You're not getting stung on those premiums, and you're really preserving a lot of wealth in a single investment. Having said that, if you were to need £1,500, £1,600 or maybe a little bit less, and you only had that item to sell, you're going to have to sell off that whole 1 ounce Britannia. You can't simply cut it up into pieces and sell chunks off. It's just not how it's done regarding precious metals. So I would suggest if you're able to buy something as substantial as a 1 ounce gold Britannia, go for it. Fantastic. If you find that your financial circumstances allow you to do so, I really think that's a very wise investment. But if you're someone who hasn't got that much capital to liquidate and move into an asset that's going to preserve your wealth and hedge against inflation, you can look at slightly smaller weights of bullion. So moving down the list, we can talk about a 1/4 ounce gold Britannia next, which is, funnily enough, what I've got right here in front of me. It's one of my favourite weights to stack. So if you're looking at picking up one of these generically, you're looking between £433 to £460 as of the time from filming this video, and of course give or take the gold prices in the market. I think £400, £450 is still a lot of money. I mean, most people on a monthly basis won't have that to invest. Some will, don't get me wrong. And if you're watching this video already, that person might be you because you're already interested in the money topic of investing and bettering your financial future. Now, why would a quarter ounce gold Britannia be still a good investment over a 1 ounce Britannia, or maybe something smaller? Well, like I said at the start of this video, it's better to have some gold rather than no gold. And I think that's very important. Having said that, quarter ounce gold Britannias, I love them. They're a fractional bullion piece, which is anything below an ounce. They're much more liquid because they're a lesser value. They're not so substantial. It is easier for people to pick up those quarter ounce Britannias on a more consistent basis. And you're still storing a lot of capital in 7.7 grams of a single quarter ounce gold Britannia. So it's still a great wealth preservation device. You're storing a lot of capital, but you're not overcommitting your finances. So it's a real happy medium. Also to mention, it's a very good happy medium regarding those premiums because you're not getting too stung on those premiums because it's not a lower weight of gold bullion. So moving on, if you're saying, well, look, £433 is still a bit out of my price range. Well, that's absolutely fine. You can look at a 1/10 ounce gold Britannia. One of those is going to set you back around £178. Again, give or take those gold prices at the time. Now, why would you buy a 1/10 ounce gold Britannia? It's a good question. Maybe because it's all you can afford. Maybe it's what you feel comfortable investing in. And maybe you're looking at doing something consistently. A lot of precious metal stackers do like to buy consistently. And of course, buying a 1 ounce gold Britannia or even a quarter ounce gold Britannia is out of reach for most people doing it on a very consistent basis. So that then brings you down to a 1/10 ounce gold Britannia. £178, much more affordable, very, very liquid. If you need cash quickly, you can sell off one of those 1/10 ounce Britannias and you're going to get back, £150, £160, depending how long you've held the item for. You're going to get more back for it if you've held it for a few decades, of course, because the value of gold goes up around 9% a year. Having said that, there are bigger premiums on lower weighted bullion. So buying a 1/10 ounce Britannia is supposedly going to cost you more to purchase that piece in terms of premiums to value, to weight. But I still believe if you're stacking 1/10 ounce gold Britannias on a regular basis, you can really accumulate a fantastic amount of gold. I mean, just look at buying 1 gram gold bars. We know the premiums on those are absolutely astronomical. But if you're holding for a long enough time, we're talking 15 to 20 years, not only are you going to recoup those premiums you've paid because gold averagely goes up about 9% a year, but it's also very liquid. You can break off a couple of those and sell them off individually and get some quick cash back. So there's a love and hate relationship between fractional gold for mainly the premium reasons, but there's also big benefits. It allows you to stack and invest consistently, and it also is a great way of being able to add additional weight to your stack. Now, when we look at gold historically, if you're thinking, well, that's all very well, but how do I know gold's going to be safe going forward in the future? Well, I like to believe that a good way to predict the future is to look at the past. And when we look at the last 20 years, the yield for gold bullion has gone up 545%. Or if you're looking at in value, gold's gone up £1,303 in the last 20 years. I mean, talk about an investment that's considered to be one of the safest assets to preserve your wealth. And, when you're looking at getting yields of 545% in 20 years or £1,300 an increase for an asset that you can set and forget. You don't have to monitor it. You don't have to set stop losses. It's a really, really nice statistic to see. Now, moving on, if we compare the UK monthly savings and the US monthly savings, maybe you're thinking, well, I don't know how much I can afford. And maybe talking about these big figures and prices of gold bullion is getting you down. Maybe you're thinking, God, I can only save £60 a month. But if we look at the average UK monthly saving rate, it's only £180 per month. And in the US, it's slightly more at $250. So their average population is not putting away, quarter ounce and 1 ounce gold Britannias every month. They're looking at more stacking 1/10 ounce gold Britannias or 1 gram gold bars. So don't let the big numbers and statistics in these videos put you off, because everyone can invest in gold bullion from as small as 1 gram, which will set you back around £60, all the way up to 1 ounce and more. So don't let the figures put you off. I do believe it's better to have some gold and no gold. And whether you're consistent or not, it's better to have some than not. Consistency is absolutely crucial to investments. There's no denying that. If you can invest on a dollar cost averaging basis and make regular reoccurring investments, like you would say in the S&P 500, or buying 1 gram gold bars or 1/10 ounce gold Britannias, fantastic. But even if you can't afford to be consistent, it's still better to have some than not. And the final few topics I want to leave you on: don't forget, fractional is better for liquidity. Don't feel down that you're only going to be buying 1/10 ounce or 1 gram gold bars. They're fantastic. It's still gold bullion. It's still a fantastic wealth preservation device to hedge against that inflation. They're very fractional, so you can sell them very, very easily. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's been my video breakdown on buying gold bullion on a small budget. Let me know in the comment section below if you've enjoyed it, your thoughts, and what you tend to stack on a regular basis. I would love to know. Until next time, I'll see you all in the very next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Well, thank you for staying till the very end of the episode. I really appreciate your valuable time. For that, I just wanted to let you know about my channel membership here on YouTube. You can join the exclusive club by becoming a premium future investor. We've got a fantastic amount of people and club members in our exclusive club as of now, and I must say it's great fun. Not only do you get priority reply to all of your comments on YouTube, but you also get exclusive behind the scenes content. Most recently, I did a full investment portfolio reveal. That's right, I included everything from my precious metals, my cash savings, my property, and my index funds. So if you are wanting to see exclusive behind the scenes, joining that club is possibly a great venture for you. Not only that though, but you do also get automatic entry every single month into fantastic gold and silver and precious metal prize giveaways. So for your chance to be entered, join the exclusive club and come and say hello. It's a fantastic place to be, and I really hope to see you there.